today.
Powell on the catch. Finding space at the 40. Now he's loose at the 40. Inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Brandon Powell, 76 yards. And the Browns get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. It's Josh Allen that'll be orchestrating the offense, a 6'5" quarterback from Wyoming.
And the tendency for most of these guys is to want to match things right away because they have a lot of confidence in their talent too. They just saw a big strike against their team, and you know they're thinking to themselves, I can get this back right now on one play. Well, if it's there, you take it, but otherwise, just go ahead and calm your team down. Run the offense, get things going, and see how things settle in.
A man who led the league in yards per carry last year, it's Khalil Herbert. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Oh, what a move. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That good for 22 and a first down. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles. Gain some additional yardage.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. To throw, it's Allen. And in for the Steelers, touchdown. Sam Laporta. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Steelers respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And able to get this out to the 25. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They go to Johnson again. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down. Johnson on the counter. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. To throw, Browning. Over the middle, complete. It's Powell. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 44-yard line. A give up the middle to Johnson. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's a second down and 6. Here's Browning. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after one. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a third down coming up. A tall task ahead of them here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Past the 20. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
I don't care what level of football you played. This one was a universal, wasn't it? When we were kids and we played touch football, remember we get in these positions and you just say, everybody go along and hope someone would come free.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Now Browning. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Browning. And that's going to be caught from Browns. Touchdown. Albert Okwuegbunam. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns have taken the lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that makes the score 14-7. That time a 9-play drive. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And while we have a moment, we remind you that registration for the Madden Championship Series is now open. This year we'll be giving away, ready for this, $1.7 million in prize money to the best Madden 24 players in the world. And if you want to get in on the action, and you should, visit MaddenChampionship.com to get yourself registered. Well, it's hard to believe how much that has taken off in recent years.
It's taken off so much, partner, that I'm going to start to work on my game and register for a chance to win that kind of money.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing now is Allen. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. First down now, but that clock rolling. To the air, Allen. A short throw caught by Andrews. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that will bring up second down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Allen to throw once more. The 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Terry McLaurin, 42 yards. And the Steelers are an extra extra point away from drawing level. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Moody good with the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. He's got 2 touchdown passes on his first 2 drives, and he'll try again here on drive 3. Throwing to start the drive. Browning. He'll drop this down to Williams. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
That's complete. It's Okuwebunam. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to make it third down and less than a yard. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Browns. Albert O with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Browns will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it's capped off by the Browns' touchdown. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. One more drive here for the Steeler offense in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
That's going to be caught downfield by McLaurin. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And this is going to be pulled in by the tight end Andrews. Now he's signaling a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10. Here's Allen. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. And that'll do it for the end of the second. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now he's getting the ball to start the second half. How about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Meanwhile, Allen's thrown into the hands of Andrews. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Mark Andrews, 47 yards. And the Steelers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Moody good with the extra point. And we are tied at 21. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And he returns this to the 22. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand-new ball game, all tied here in the third as they have their first possession of this second half.
And, Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And this drive was almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Browning, screen play set up for Williams. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
And taken right at the 35. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on, catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
And on 3rd down, the Browns going to go with a nickel set. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. Now 3rd down and 7. Here's Allen to throw it. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They're going to try and throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. Throwing to start the drive. Browning. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force the incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Now a first carry for their fullback. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Off the play fake. Browning. And that one going to come up short. Low throw. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield, and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. Big third down. A field goal from this spot, 57 yards as they hope to move it a little closer. Back to throw. Browning. And this is going to be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter. On play action, Allen. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Oh, that would have been a nice one to hit on in a tie game. You start to think that one big play, maybe the next big play, could turn out to be the game winner. They took the big shot, but it winds up incomplete.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Major used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
Well, they'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. To throw on 3rd down. Browning. And that will be incomplete as well.
I can assure you, setting up the screen is much more difficult than it appears. It requires excellent timing from everyone on the offense, and a defense's #1 goal is to throw that timing off.
And did he have enough? He did. He kept it online and managed to tuck it into the bottom right corner. And they have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter.
So he waited on the sideline for his first chance of the ball game, and it didn't come until the fourth quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
Josh Allen and the offense now. Down by a field goal, 2:07 remaining. They'll have one play, maybe two, before the 2-minute warning as they've got a first down. The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. It's Herbert. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. 2nd and 6 coming up. Throwing, Allen. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He's got it with the 15. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down at the 2. So close.
Oh, man, disappointment that he couldn't finish that off in the end zone. What an effort there. Doing all he can to get to the pylon, and he's going to wind up out of bounds just short. But a huge play there. Going to set him up with 1st and goal from very short range.
Here's 1st and goal.
To throw is Allen. Herbert, he is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
Now Allen. Another carry for Herbert on 2nd down.
And a carbon copy there, at least as far as the results are concerned, as he'll be dropped behind the line yet again. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bundled up.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Here it is, 4th and goal.
The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal.
Allen.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And this Browns defense stands tall. So a tough pill to swallow there. A would-be touchdown pass in and out of his hands on 4th.
Sometimes it just comes down to execution, doesn't it? Because we're always questioning, should they go for it, should they not? Is it the right play call, is it not? In this situation, everything was right except for the finish. You have to catch the ball and convert.
A give to the fullback on the dive. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. 4th quarter, holding on to a lead. Fullback carry, 3 or 4 yards. I guess that's what you're looking for.
And it just brings back memories for me because I remember my coaches in this situation. I remember one time my head coach into his headset telling the offensive coordinator, I want the big boy carrying the...
Here's Michael Badgley now to get this one started.
And we are underway from Pittsburgh.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. He's past the 30. He might score. He will score. Touchdown, Steelers. Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 having guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork to be able to put it all together. But that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
Moody good with the extra point.
And it's now a 7-0 game. So how about that for an intriguing start? The opening kickoff of the ball game, return for a touchdown. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
And when you watch Kenny Pickett play, you see a young man who got better every season in college and really blossomed in his final campaign, took his game to a new level, and made him a first-round pick in the NFL. He's the type of kid who can beat you with his mind, beat you with his arm, and occasionally with his legs. A tough, skilled performer. Kenny Pickett, he's got some moxie to him.
Looking to throw right away. Pickett completes this to Elijah Higgins.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
From the 38 now. Here's second and a yard. Now Pickett.
Wide open receiver complete.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
23 yards the pickup there. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now here's the first carry for Amir Abdullah. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it second and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
This second and 4.
Again, it's Abdullah. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to third down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
First and 10, here's Pickett.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
Back to throw, Pickett.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack. 8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is third down.
From the gun, here's Pickett.
Steps away to his left. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now fourth down. Badgley able to punch this one through, and that'll do it for the first quarter of play. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
Tell you what, partner, he might just be a rookie, but he certainly looks the part of a veteran NFL starter, and he carries himself like one leading the offense out there. In a lot of ways, he is advanced as a first-year quarterback, and he came in and was right at home with this offense.
So good field position for the Steelers as they come up first and 10 at their 36-yard line. To throw, Young. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. A first down throw for Young. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Hadn't been a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
I'm actually looking at this play with defensive eyes here, partner, because they were still laser focused on him after his earlier exploits on this drive. I think they went back to the well just a little bit too soon. He got across the line of scrimmage, but they certainly weren't giving up much more than that.
And the Steelers are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. They'll run here with Herbert.
And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Khalil Herbert
with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half, as his guys are able to extend their lead.
Moody good with the extra point.
And that pushes the lead up to 11. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Pickett.
That's complete to the tight end, Sauber. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
Looking to throw, Pickett.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Pickett trying to get his guys up quickly to the line of scrimmage. Working out of the gun, it's Pickett.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
They'll come up now 3rd and 3. Pickett will look to throw it here. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Taken in at the 11. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their 2nd offensive possession.
And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone, because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
2nd down, Young. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't...
Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Mack Wilson. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
1st and 10 here. And, you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
He completes it to Abdullah. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, short tackle.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
They'll throw again with Pickett.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Badgley's kick is good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. And the Lions getting set to go on offense to start the third. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. The offense has been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
A second down run for Abdullah. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First down Lions on a pickup of 13.
Pickett sets up play action.
Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Sam Hubbard making his presence felt in the backfield.
The last run went so well for them. Maybe they should have just handed it off right here, too. Instead, the quarterback ends up keeping it, and the defense is right on it and wipes away the yardage gained on the last snap.
Pickett looking to throw on second down.
Open man is Higgins. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that brings up third and a full 10 yards.
And the terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this third and long. Throwing on third down. Here's Pickett. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
This is taken at the 23. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt.
And it will be first and 10 as they take over.
Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. Now a first down throw for Young. Slings this deep for McLaurin. It's caught inside the 25. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Terry McLaurin, 68 yards. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Well, partner, I mean, if anybody was still questioning whether or not he had an NFL caliber arm, I think you can toss that right out the window. That was a heck of a throw right there.
I would agree totally. Question it no more. This rookie, big-time throw right there. Great poise, stepped up, trusted he could lay it in there perfectly, and he knew that his guy was going to make the catch on the other end. Nice collaboration.
Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field.
And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. On the delay, this is Abdullah. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. They go with Abdullah again. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
41 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
On first down, Abdullah. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. Second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They'll run left with Abdullah. And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this third quarter of play. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports.
The Lions on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Pickett back to throw. Now we're behind his man, incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Pickett, 4th down, desperation time.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Steelers are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he could do there. And he winds up giving the ball away.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
That's now consecutive 5-yard carries to pick up the first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Herbert powering up the middle. He'll take it past the 40 to the 41, second down.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
Ready? On second down, a run with Herbert.
And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Young. Forced out to his left. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Meanwhile, Young's thrown to the hands of McLaurin.
And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. Chris Rumph in on the stop.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now.
Another run on second down, trying to cover up. And he is going to have a Steeler first down. All smiles on that sideline. That should be the one to do it. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll go again with Herbert. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Khalil Herbert from 17 yards out. And the Steelers have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. And Detroit back in possession of the football.
They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. To the air on 1st down with Pickett. We're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted.
Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
There's Terry McLaurin, such an exciting pass catcher as this offense comes out for their next drive.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half, the adjustment.